Welcome back, brothers and sisters. I am Braden. This is Langley Outdoors Academy, the place where we not only talk about what's going on in the gun world, but also how we're going to fix it together. Now, the content that I'm going to dive into on this Sunday morning is something that I'm seeing pop up in a bunch of places. Did the ATF completely ban and demand the destruction or confiscation of imported pistols? This is incredibly important, and we're going to dive in, and everything is linked in the description box below for your review. And if you are new or a returning viewer, please consider hitting that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn the notification bell on. We need as many people as we can in the fold to pass the blessing on to the next generation, and thank you so much in advance for your consideration. But as I mentioned in the introduction, we've got a lot of things are popping up around the ATF, and did inside their final rule around pistol braces, did they actually demand confiscation or destruction of imported pistols? This is incredibly important, and I'm going to be honest, this is kind of gray. Everything is linked, and I want to hear what you guys think and send this one out. Let's dive in because there is stuff to talk about. So, here's the point of contention. Here's the first thing that hit, and I'm going to reference. This is from Frac Action, okay? F-R-A-C. This is the thing that is starting this whole attention, all right? Frac Action, written in the stabilizing brace final rule, ATF has concluded that any foreign-made pistols with stabilizing braces would be assembled in violation of 922R, as the firearms are retroactively being considered rifles. As such, registration or removal of the brace would not bring the firearm into compliance. According to the ATF, this leaves destruction or surrender to ATF as the only available options for foreign-made firearms with braces. This would include imported pistols where the brace was added to at any state, regardless if done by the user or the importer. So that's the original catalyst, okay? What I'm going to show you right now is the actual rule section of which they are referencing, and this is where I come in with a question mark, because something doesn't make 100% sense. Check this out, all right? Here we go. As you can hear, people are quite the buzz on my phone. The department disagrees with the commenter who suggested that there will be financial implications resulting from the removal and replacement of imported parts for owners who imported pistols and added a stabilizing brace. Well, they can disagree all they want. There's going to be financial implications. That's kind of base level understanding. But anyway, continue. The commenter incorrectly interpreted 18 U.S.C. 922R as requiring the removal and replacement of imported parts to comply with Section 922R. Section 922R generally makes it unlawful for any person to assemble from imported parts any semi-automatic rifle. That's the part that caught my attention, and I have questions, and I'm going to say right now, I'm not a lawyer. I'm not trying to interpret this correctly. I'm going to get more information as I go forward, but this is something that brings a question to my mind. Is this about actually imported firearms that were completed and a stabilizing brace was added? Or was it the stabilizing brace was already on it and then imported? But at the same time, how does that factor into the entire building of a semi-automatic rifle under 922R? There's lots of questions, and I'm only providing the information here to add more color to the conversation as we go forward, because this is kind of confusing, to be quite honest with you. But let's continue to the next one. This is where it gets sticky. It provides that a person may not assemble a semi-automatic rifle using more than 10 of the imported parts listed in the relevant paragraphs of the regulation. So what they're saying is, because the rifle was built with 10 parts that were on the prohibited list, that means that rifle is illegal by itself. Now that's what the ATF rule is implying here. Go back to Frac Action's post, it's saying that pistols are now considered rifles, and therefore they fall under this. That's where it gets a little gray, and I'm trying to add some, like I said, some clarification in here. The criminal violation under 18 U.S.C. 922R is for the assembly of the semi-automatic rifle. Therefore, modification of this kind of firearm through removal of the relevant parts would not cure the 922R violation because the assembly has already occurred. Nevertheless, for the purpose of the cost outlined in the standalone RIA, an ATF assumes this group may use another scenario, such as destroying the firearm or turning it into the ATF by using the population derived from bump stack type devices as proxy. Destroy it or turn it in. That's what they're saying. I'm not debating that at all. That is clear as day. What I'm curious about, and I need more clarification, they're saying that if you build a rifle with 10 parts off the prohibited list, that's a prohibited item, so it doesn't matter if you remove the pistol brace. Okay, does that mean that an entire imported pistol, now that it's classified as a rifle under new determination, does that mean that those 10 prohibited parts lists are now that rifle? Or is it still a pistol, but because you can't remove the stabilizing brace because it uses those 10 pieces? That's the important part that we need to get clarification on. And I'm going to do just that. Hopefully that kind of outlines what's going on here, because it's very ambiguous to say the least, and we need answers, and that is what we're going to get. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you on the next one. I'm Braden. See you later.